Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So for today's video, it's another Durham University related video, and on this occasion I'm going to be talking all about the nightlife at Durham. As always, if you are new here, please do remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and please do subscribe to my channel as well. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Durham, as I'm sure you already know, is a city. However, it is quite a small city. But there is still nightlife, so rest assured there will be plenty of opportunities to do fun things on the evening. There are clubs, there are bars, and in this video I'm going to go into a bit more detail and tell you more about those, tell you what specific nights of the week, what those events are like, which clubs there are that are really good, some of my personal favourites, and much more. So if you're interested in this, keep watching. So to kickstart the video, I think I'll talk a bit about Freshers Week and what the nightlife on Freshers Week will be like. So basically, for freshers, your college will organise all of your nights out and events, because that way it's just much easier for everyone, and basically you'll get to know the city and the nightlife together in like a safe unit with your college. So that's how it's usually organised for Freshers Week. And during your Freshers Week, you'll have things like a college parents night. So college parents night is probably one of the biggest and most fun nights out of Freshers Week. Everyone always really enjoys this because basically you will be given to college parents, and basically those are people who do your subject or one of whom does your subject. So they can almost be like a mentor for your subject as well. If you ever need help or a bit of advice about your subject, they'll be like your friend, but they'll also be like your subject confidant, and they'll be able to give you advice and help and stuff if you ever need them to. So for this particular night out, you will dress as the baby and they'll be the parents, and basically you'll probably end up going to their house for a house party, or you'll go to some of their friends' house who are holding like a big house party, and yeah, you'll basically get to know them and also more people from college who you won't have met yet, who are just at the house party also. This particular night out always starts at college, so at about 7 o'clock, everyone gathers into the main hall or the dining hall, and then you'll be found by your college parents basically, and that's where the night starts. So people might go to the college bar first and have a drink, or maybe your college parents will take you straight to their house party or their friend's house party, and then you might go to a few other ones from there. So that's the first one. That's like one of the first nights out that you'll probably have whilst you're at Durham as a fresher. It also comes to nights out at Durham. Fancy dress plays like a really big part. So if you do already have any fancy dress lying around, definitely bring that with you, because you will save yourself a lot of money, because fancy dress makes up a staple part of going out outfits for nights out. And if you already have some, you're one step ahead. So definitely bring it along with you. It'll be worth the space in your luggage, in your suitcase. Definitely bring it with you. So also during Freshers Week, it's very likely that your college will organise one night out to Newcastle. If you didn't already know, Newcastle is the closest big city to Durham, and of course Newcastle is renowned for its very lively nightlife. For this night out, basically your college will organise transport to go to Newcastle, and yeah, you'll basically have a night out in Newcastle. But if you aren't really interested in this, college also does organise an alternative for people who don't fancy going as far, or maybe feel a little bit worse for wear from the previous nights out, and they do like smaller college events that'll be like in your bar, for example. If I remember correctly, the Newcastle night out that was for my Freshers Week was fluorescent or neon themed. So if you have any neon related clothing, bring that as well. Any glow bands, anything like that, because there's always a neon night out, and even if it isn't during Freshers Week, it'll absolutely be for one of the society nights out that you go to, or some other night out that just you and your friends organise. Neon is always a key theme for a night out, so bring neon clothes too. Also, it's highly likely that at some point during your Freshers Week you will have a Freshers formal, and usually after the formal you'll go with your college and with your new friends that you've made to your college's night out, because usually colleges, I'll speak a bit more about this later in the video, but each college kind of has a designated night out when you go out and you go to a specific club that's kind of your college club. So for example, St Mary's College used to go on a Sunday night to Clute. More about Clute later, because that is a very controversial place. People either love Clute or hate Clute, very much like Marmite. Okay, so after Freshers Week and when you're just into term and going on nights out with your friends, some key things you need to know about clubbing in Durham are: 1. All the clubs are closed by 2 AM. I know that for some people who are from big cities, lively cities, this is going to be a shock to the system, especially if you love your nights out. However, I personally found that this wasn't really a problem. Personally, I didn't mind. I thought 2 a.m. was late enough. And also because Durham is smaller, the clubs that it does have become very busy. So when you do go on a night out, it will feel really lively. It will feel really full and busy and vibrant, exuberant night out. And basically by 2 a.m. everyone is kind of ready to go home or hungry. So it's not a problem at all. And also you'll just find that as part of ethos and lifestyle of Durham, you adjust to this really easily. And also if it does feel too early for you to be going home, just throw another night out during the week in there, and then that'll absolutely make up for those extra couple of hours you feel like you missed. Potentially some people will feel like 2 a.m. is too early and they feel like their night is only kind of just started around about midnight. And for these people, I would say Newcastle is a mere train ride away. And I do know that some people do like to go to Newcastle for nights out. Obviously during Freshers Week that's organised once, and I think that sometimes like with refreshers is in your second term. At the start of second term, college does a few nights out and stuff as well that are organised just to get you back into the swing of university life. There might be a Newcastle night out organised then as well, but you don't have to wait for your college to obviously organise Newcastle night out. You can obviously take the initiative and organise it yourself with your friends. And if you do that, you can get the train directly from Durham to Newcastle. That only takes about 15 or 20 minutes. But then coming home, you'd either have to come home again probably too early, so it'd probably be like midnight, so that wouldn't really be a point. Or of course you could come back at 6 a.m. or you can get the night bus, which I don't know how I feel about the night bus. However, you know, if you want to come back to college, then you absolutely could do that. I mean, I think that runs at about 1:30, 2. There might be a few throughout the night. I haven't personally got on the night bus. I don't think I would dare, but there are a few from Newcastle that run quite late in the night or early in the morning, however you want to look at it. So that is that option as well. But yeah, Newcastle, obviously the bars are open and the clubs are open for longer and they're bigger and there's just more to choose from, and it's very, very, very lively there. So yeah, that's always a good option as well if you want to explore the nightlife of a different city but close to Durham. So actually in Durham itself, there are quite a few clubs. I feel like there's about 5 or 6 that students particularly like to go to, and that doesn't include the bars as well, because we have a few really nice gin bars, a few new ones, and of course there are the college bars, and college bars are so nice. I'm going to talk a bit about those as well. Club wise though, there's one club that you will definitely go to at least once, and it's called Clute, and people either really enjoy it or feel a little bit like about it, because it was voted the 2nd worst club in Europe, and the 1st worst in Europe actually burnt down, so I'm assuming it's taken the crown of the 1st worst now. But basically Clute plays very cheesy 90s pop, which is really good fun and is like really happy, upbeat vibe. The walls are kind of sticky in Clute though. Personally, I was a little bit like, it was a little bit too sticky for me. However, everyone seemed to really enjoy it, and of course a night out is what you make of it. So if you can get into the groove with the cheesy pop and just have a good time and dance with your friends and just have a drink and just let go and just dance around, basically you'll really enjoy Clute. And if you're going to Mary's College, Mary's goes on a Sunday to Clute, and that's basically the whole club just full of St Mary's College. There's another club called Whiff Waff that is actually located in a place called Back Silver Street, and that's kind of like in the city centre, and that one's kind of more of a wavy club. I kind of describe Whiff Waff, a little bit wavy, and they play different music on the ground floor to the 1st floor, and it's really good. It's kind of like exposed brick, a bit like vibey. It is good, and they do like themed nights, so like sometimes it'll be like Hawaiian theme and it'll be like holiday vibes, and they'll play like tropical house for example. And on North Road, which is another part of Durham, they have 2 clubs called Loft and Studio, and they play more kind of like house music. So onto the college bars. Of course, every college has its own college bar, and this will probably be one of the first places that you actually go to in Durham. It'll be to your college bar, and you'll really like get a feel for it, and you'll also find that your college bar really represents the ethos and vibe of your college, which is like really nice. Also, each college bar has a college drink that they've made that kind of represents the college as well. So at St Mary's, the drink used to be called Purple Haze, and I think it was like a mixture of, it was either like a shot of red alcohol and blue alcohol. It was mixed together to make purple, and then with lemonade in it, or a mixture of 2 different alka pops, like one blue one and one red one. I'm not sure, but it was basically a purple, lilac-y, hazy, fizzy drink. And that was our college drink because our college colour is purple. So a lot of the time friends will decide to go on a college bar crawl. Some people will be like really ambitious and try and do all the college bars in one night. And if you can do that, oh my goodness, that is amazing because there are actually so many. Or your friendship group might decide to do just the ones that are on the Bailey, for example. You might just go to Castle Bar, for example, which is, oh my goodness, so nice. The Undercroft Bar is actually probably the best one at Durham. It is literally stunning. And then there'll be like St. Chad's and Cuths, all those ones on the Bailey. They're really nice. They have a nice vibe, very relaxed, and that's really fun. Or if you go to a hill college and say you organise like a spontaneous night out, maybe you'll just go to all the hill college bars. So that'll be places like Banmilda, St. Mary's, Collingwood, and yeah, go to those ones. And that's really good as well. Sometimes people do just the hill ones one night, just the Bailey ones another night. However you feel like doing it is the right way to do it. Wednesday night at Durham is the sports night out, and this means that basically after all the matches and all the games, people go and have a night out. And there used to be a club called Love Shack that everyone went to, and then that closed down, and then they moved Love Shack to the Durham Students' Union. But then I think that's since not happening anymore either. So people now just go to all the other clubs and bars instead. So your specific college or your specific team will decide where you go. But basically, you don't have to do a sport to go to sports night out. That's just what it's called. It's just sort of generalised across the university. Some people wear their kit from their sport, so you'll find that a lot of the rugby boys wear their rugby suit outfit situation, and they wear that so everyone can recognise that that's the team they're from. And lots of the different sports do this as well, and just helps each other sort of keep track of each other as well on a night out, because everyone can get a bit like separated, so dark and like busy and that kind of thing. So basically that's one of the other things that happens at Durham. And this is a really good night because basically all the teams go out, so it's a really good opportunity to mix and mingle with like lots of different people, get to know the people, and it's so lively and vibrant that you'll have such a good time. If you're coming to Durham and you're thinking, I don't really fancy doing a sport, it might actually be worth trying a few of them out though during Freshers Week, because if you join a sports team, you will get the opportunity to go on so many more nights out throughout your academic year, because so often sports teams decide to have a night out maybe like once a fortnight. And if your group of friends, for example, is having a week off going out for the Wednesday and you really fancy a night out, you can go with your sports team. And that means you'll get potentially twice as many nights out, which is great. Also, I feel like I've said this in every Durham video I've done so far, but please bring some flat shoes for a night out. You're not going to want to wear heels, girls. You're going to want to wear flats because Durham is so cobbly and you honestly need to look after your ankles. Do not wear heels, they will get stuck in the cobbles. Definitely bring some comfy trainers and flat shoes. So I hope that this video shed some light on what the nightlife at Durham is like. And if you go with a good group of friends, you'll find that the night out is actually great. You'll have such a good time, and it won't matter if you're in Clute or a really expensive bar or club, you'll have a really good, enjoyable, memorable time. And of course, like I was saying, Newcastle is just down the road. So if you want an even bigger night out, that's always a great option. If of course you have any other night out related questions about Durham and what it's like, or any other Durham University related questions, please do just pop them down below in the comment section and I will answer those for you. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel as well for more Durham University related content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon in a brand new video. Bye!